A very warm welcome to all you, my lovely viewers. I'm your host, Oinitham, and welcome once again to this special show, Women's World, the show that celebrates and salutes every woman. So on my show today, I have three lovely guests here who really bakes extremely well, tasty treats coming your way. So let's welcome the guests on the show today. Let me start first with Nilofar Mazumdar. Here
I'm
is
Nilofar Mazumdar.
Next is Priya Tamuli and Sakiba. So welcome all you ladies.
Thank you so much. We're really honored to be here.
Thank you so much. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you all for sparing your time. Really busy time for all three of you. Yes. Bakers, two of you home bakers, third one also home baker, now has an
we have an outlet there. Now.
Yeah. So let's start talking about what made each one of you get into this entire business of baking.
Should I start?
Yes, yes, of course.
I think my story is pretty much similar to a lot of other home bakers. I would say I got married, I moved to another country, I had nothing to do. Okay. And that's when I took up a few baking classes, and one led to the other. And but everything wasn't accidental as such. I had been baking for quite some time, but it was mostly for like friends, family, not even friends actually, just family.
Okay.
But then people started ordering one after the other, and then actually, when I started, I hadn't even heard of the thing called home baker.
Right.
That was accidental actually. Orders started coming right in Seoul, I would say, in Korea where I was staying, and so yes, it moved on from there. Yeah. And then I took a few more courses, a few more workshops that I attended, and then when I came back to my own hometown,
yes,
I started with a page and started promoting it, and that's when orders started coming in, and I was a home baker.
What prompted you to take to baking? You know, you could have taken off with anything else.
I don't know actually. I loved baking as such, and I was always into artwork.
Okay.
So
therefore,
once upon a time, I was doing a lot of painting. I exhibited, and then again, I was doing photography for some time.
Yeah.
And you know, I keep moving from one to the other, and then yes, this is where I found my love. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so all the artwork and all that I use on the cakes now. I say I paint on the cakes. I do craft on the cakes. I bake. So everything together.
Ma'am, what has been your story?
Yeah, actually I used to bake when I was student of class 9, 10 for my home.
Yeah.
During Eid, my grandma used to baking. She used to bake lots of cakes and nankhatas at home. At that time, only cakes and nankhatas were popular during the Eid festival.
Right.
So my granny, my mom, they used to bake. I have learned from them the basic art of baking. And I used to bake, and I loved them a lot. Then after marriage, I also went outside.
Yeah.
I had my kids. My husband was working in the Middle East.
Yeah.
So I got back from Middle East for my children's study here.
Okay.
So then I used to bake at home, decorate the birthday cakes. Just for some times also in New Year I used to bake.
Yeah.
During Eid I used to bake. Then my friends and all in the family started to tell me that you start to take orders.
Right.
You can bake commercially. Then what happened? I used to drop my daughters in colleges also. When my youngest daughter completed her MBBS, I was feeling so boring.
Okay.
Then somebody said, you bake so nice cake.
Yes.
I just start to bake it commercially.
Right.
So my daughter opened the Facebook page, fan page for me. It is Cakesmith.
Yes.
And then I started taking orders. Then I have done some courses also formally.
Right.
I have done 2 courses from Fonbites Cake League. It is run by Subhasini Ramsingh. She is a famous baker in India and internationally acclaimed. Then I have also learned from Mrs. Ashwini Sarabhai. She is also an internationally acknowledged baker. That way I have started.
So all pastimes became kind of
professions.
Yeah. You did the flower craft.
I have done. When I got the first award in the most baking classes also.
Oh, okay.
Done by Subhasini Ramsingh. I became the best baker.
Lovely. So is your story also something similar?
Yeah, actually it is quite similar, but then I have started baking since I was a small girl, maybe, because my granny was into baking and she was a great cook. So the basic has definitely come from my granny.
From there.
Yeah, and born and brought up in Shillong, the whole thing about Christmas and the cakes and cakes has always been there.
In thing there, yes.
Always. And my granny used to bake 24 egg cake, the big ones, and that too, that time there was no mixer or something.
Yes.
She used to use her hands. So I've been growing up seeing her bake lovely, beautiful cakes, and used to make those royal icing flowers.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful. I wish, we had such great cameras then. I could have captured it.
Would have captured, yes.
Exactly.
Yes, for us
so
to
I miss
see.
that. I really miss.
Yeah.
But yes, baking has always been there, and then college, school, every time I used to bake on, my friends used to love my Black Forest. It was pretty famous then.
All right. Yeah.
So there was once there was in college, there was a fest. So everybody said, Sikiba, why don't you bake? I said, okay, fine. So I baked, and then my confidence actually went really high.
It was
boosted. So that is how I started baking. After that, I got married, and then I used to just bake for family. Then I moved to another country as Priya. As I
didn't realize. We have the same stories. I didn't realize that.
But then I was just into cooking and baking, but it was nothing. So I never thought that I'll do something like commercially or something like that. So after that, I moved to India back. So in Guwahati, I just started baking, but I don't know how did it actually started. Orders coming in, and then I just.
It's a gradual process.
It's a gradual process. There was a competition once we both joined.
That was one major thing that prompted me in. There was a competition. Sakiba, I met her in the competition for the first time. And I won too.
Yeah.
So that was a major boost because that was the first time I think I was very new to Guwahati then, and I had just come back.
Exactly, it was the same time around. Same time around. We actually
you both moved back to India.
Exactly.
Yes. And then we met.
And we were standing next to each other.
We both won. So
from one-time competitors to good friends.
Good friends.
How we became friends. Exactly.
Yes. Though professionally, I'm sure you all are still competitors, right? Somewhere at some level.
But whenever I can't bake, I call them.
Oh, how
to
sweet
bake
is
for
that?
me. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, we do help each other. Once Priya helped me, it was a major thing. So this is how it is a healthy competition. If it is also
yes.
It is healthy. We are not like Priya is doing this, I'm not going to do that. It's nothing like that. Or Baido is doing that. We don't do that. We're just like friends, and we are into our own profession.
The thing is, we love what we do.
Exactly.
So we have the same passion. We share the same passion for cakes or for decorating cakes. So there's no competition when there's a cake and you want to do something on. There's no competition there.
Right. Yeah.
You just want to deliver the best.
Exactly.
The best. Yeah. When I'm baking a cake, I don't actually. If I get a order, if I take an order, I don't think that it's an order. No, I just think that I have to make this cake look pretty and tasty, and as well as healthy.
Right.
So that is very important.
You were talking about your priorities. So you earlier mentioned something about hygiene and all.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the quality, maintaining the standards, and all of that. As home bakers, you have an outlet already. So how tough is it for each one of you to maintain all of those standards?
Look,
I think being a home baker, it's easier for us maintaining hygiene when it comes to hygiene. Because, see, I wouldn't make anything in my outlet which I cannot serve my daughter, I would say. That is one standard I always keep in mind. If I cannot serve my daughter, I cannot serve my customers.
Right.
So, when it comes to that, when you have that mentality, it's pretty easy. I would say you are washing everything continuously, you're sanitizing everything. You're just a home baker, you're doing everything that your mom does.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's mostly like that.
Something what you
Yes,
were mentioning.
for me, it's like, because I have kids at home. So when I'm baking, when I take an order, so it is not only for the clients, it's for the kids as well, because if I'm making a cake or something, the extras goes to my children.
Yes.
So I have to be extra careful. So actually, not consciously, but it's there, being hygienic, it's
being
there.
hygienic.
Because
Yes.
you're working in that kitchen. It's the same kitchen that you are actually working. It's the same kitchen that we cook food as well. So that's why it is automatic,
Yeah, like you don't have to make an extra effort.
Exactly.
It's there,
It's
ingrained in you, because each one of
Yeah.
you are moms as well.
As well.
So it's
Yes,
your
yes.
customer is also like your child in a
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
your family,
Yes, a family
maybe
member.
extended family.
The customers are
So you-
something like
Yes.
family
And
members.
one more thing is what, so if we get an order, it is we are baking for that particular person. So it
Right.
is, we
It is not
take
on a
care.
large scale
It's not
commercial
in a-
basis.
It's not in a large scale, like commercially, it's already there, and you come and just pick up a cake and go. If you have to order us, and obviously we're going to start that day, or maybe a day ahead. If you have an icing or something,
Yeah.
it just depends on what are you ordering.
Yes.
We mostly don't work on frozen
Frozen.
sponges or
Yes,
something
yes,
that
yes.
is frozen. Yeah.
In the commercial bakery, they are baking the sponges long back.
Long back.
They are
Yeah.
keep it frozen. Just they take
And
it
they
out, they decorate it, ice it, and they serve it.
Yes, and they use
But for us,
premixes.
we actually
Yeah.
we don't use premixes.
Premixes,
Yes, that is right.
which is
Premixes.
quite unhealthy, I would
And
say.
they don't use butter. They use margarine. Most of them.
Margarine.
I would
Yes,
say.
Or
most of
something
them are
even less than
margarine.
margarine,
Yeah,
actually.
less than margarine.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and that is why it is so cheap. And that is why
Yeah,
people
But
should
we
come
are
to home
using
bakers.
Amul butter, Amul milk, Amul Taza.
Yes.
So these are all fresh ingredients, all
Right.
the branded ingredients in
Yes.
India. So we are using those materials. Maybe they are expensive. Sometimes some clients find us expensive. Our cakes are expensive. They refer to some famous outlets of the city and say, that bakery is having less price than you, ma'am. Though they are providing with so much of money, so much of these things.
Yeah.
But actually, our cost of price is actually much more than the commercial.
Your
price.
input cost
Yeah.
is much
Yes,
higher.
cost of production is much
Yes.
more. Because even I am sifting the maida with my own hand.
Right.
Yes.
Yes,
Right,
my
right.
cost of labor is also including in the price of the cake. But they are not, as my standard goes on, I am using my same kitchen.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
my bakery is of the same standard as my standard of my kitchen. So they are more healthier. We are using hand gloves. We are using chef caps. We are careful about our hairs, our nails, everything. We are
Everything.
using healthy.
Yeah.
And when
Everything fresh.
when it comes to a commercial kitchen, the baker, I would say, he doesn't know the client personally.
Right.
It's just another order that is coming.
That has come in.
So, the flour
connection-
might be stale,
Yeah, the
or
connection
is not there,
is
right?
not there.
there might be rotten eggs or whatever, but
Yeah.
ultimately he's just going to bake it and deliver. For him, it's just another order.
yes.
So he doesn't, he's not bothered whether the ingredients are fresh, or he doesn't know the client personally, so he doesn't know if she wants it to be
Made in a
dark
certain-
chocolate
yeah.
or very light chocolate, or some medium milk chocolate. They don't know that personally. So hygiene or the taste or the quality of the ingredients, it just doesn't matter to them. At the end
Yes.
of the day, they're getting their salary. That's
That
what
is what-
matters to them.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
And most of the time, I would say a baker I wouldn't say anybody
Yeah.
specifically, but if you say commercially,
Yes.
people are just using premixes, which is like they come in big bags and you just mix it
Yeah.
out with
Mix
either
Yes,
either
yes.
water
Which we
or
get it off the shelf.
yeah.
Off the shelf. And what
Like for a
happens is,
person like me, I can use those and bake the cake, because obviously I will.
Yes, yes.
One,
Yeah.
I will not even know how exactly the proportions and everything that would
Goes
be
in.
required.
But
like
what
each
you
one
get
of
off
do.
the shelf is of a much better quality, I would say.
All right.
But what is used in a commercial bakery comes in like huge sacks, I would say.
Yes, they bake it
Yeah.
for the whole day, maybe 2-3 days ahead, I don't know. They just keep
For a
it
week.
For a week, just big ones. I've seen it with my own eyes, big,
Yeah.
big cakes. And suppose you want a truffle cake, they just
Yeah.
cut it
Yeah.
however big you want, a 1 kg or a 250 grams or
Yes.
whatever. They just cut it and then they just do the filling and then that's it. That is your truffle cake. But actually a truffle cake needs 3 layers which they hardly give any layers.
Yeah.
They give one layer.
And another
and
thing is the use of fresh, the rich cream, I would say, which doesn't even count mostly in a baker's world. A real baker's world.
Yeah.
What the cream that you get in normal bakeries.
Yes.
What we would give is buttercream, or like, you know, some other kind of cream which is handmade and made of pure butter or whatever. And actually, when I came here and when I started my outlet, people would ask, why your price is like this? And I would say, it's actually buttercream. And they were like, ew, buttercream.
Yeah,
Who uses that?
That sweet,
Yeah,
that very sweet one.
The thing was like, you know, there were a lot of chefs coming in and they were like, ew, buttercream, who uses that? I'm like, and I was like, I didn't know what to say, because what does that mean? And later on, I got to know what buttercream actually here means is using something like dalda or margarine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That is
I
what
didn't know about that. And I was like, why do people react like that? So they were like, why would you? And people would actually come and ask me, why would you use something so cheap? And I was like, how is buttercream cheap? And later on, I got to know it's like, what we generally, the perception of buttercream here is margarine or dalda or whatever, and sugar. They mix it up and it stays for like months, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of
And
course,
and
of
one
course.
more thing that they use is cake gel. That is because of the shelf life, right?
Because of the shelf life and the
Right.
volume.
Cake
You
gel.
just
I
put
have to
like,
mention that.
yeah,
The cake gel, they love using the cake gel because it stays for like, you know,
Yes, and
days
the
or
cake
whatever.
gel, yes, it helps in increasing the volume.
volume.
And a lot of people ask me, why isn't your cake as soft as the bakeries? I'm like, okay, they use cake gel.
What does the gel actually do? How
gel
does
is
it look
mostly
like?
a chemical component which, you know, volume, it gives you a lot of volume, a sponge to,
the sponge.
Actually, it is an emulsifying agent, so it
Emulsifying.
increases the volume of the cake. So our 250-gram cake may look this much, then they are using the cake gel, it will look this much. That is the difference.
And it's more spongy, you know.
it
Baking
increases
is
the
very
shelf
spongy.
life too, I think.
Yes.
And
yes, it increases
another
the shelf life.
thing,
That's the reason they use.
after using the gel, they in the commercial cakes, they use sugar syrup.
Yeah.
So by eating the sugar syrup, they increase the weight.
Increase the weight of the
But
cream.
our cake in weights in volume because of the butter, maida, eggs, flours, and all these things. We don't use that much of sugar syrup to increase the weight of the cake.
Yeah.
They are increasing its volume with the gel, and they are increasing the weight with the sugar syrup. But we don't use that much of sugar syrup in home baking.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Once I had got an order, and after that, after I delivered the thing, they called me up and they said that finally we got to eat some cake this time.
Yeah. Most of the clients, I would say.
clients.
Yes.
because they get to
say
eat
that.
the cake because it's like this thick layer of cream otherwise,
Yeah.
and this
Yes.
much of cake.
That's right.
Thin layers of cake and more layers of this cream and whipped cream. Whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Yes.
And
Whipped cream.
if you squeeze it, the sugar syrup will come down. Just if you squeeze it. Yeah.
And the sad part is, I would say, most of the classes here baking, I would say almost every home has a home baker now in Guwahati, I would say. And most of the classes are promoting the same culture.
Of using more synthesized.
Yeah, of using fresh cream. and
Because it is profitable.
It's more profitable.
It's more profitable.
It's very profitable.
But you know, at least the classes should impart the right thing. No? End of the day, what the person does ultimately is up to him or her.
Yes.
But while conducting the classes, they should always.
I teach in my class
and
using
moreover,
pure butter.
yes.
I teach.
Yeah.
And moreover, what happens is another thing is the chocolate world.
Yes. Yes, that is
One thing I
another
have
big.
that's a big thing because the people out here, I don't think so. They even know that
Not
the,
even many
the
bakers
one,
know, actually.
I tell even I myself have been baking those because we don't get out
Yes.
here. They are not ready to pay because the one that you get the chocolates out here, it's all compound.
It's compound. And
It's
most
compound.
of the Diwali chocolates that you get in pretty hampers and all that, it is super cheap, actually, to tell the truth. But since it's packaged in a very pretty container or whatever, you mostly pay for the packaging.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The chocolates, the real chocolates actually are the Covacho ones. And they're really expensive. If you really want to have good chocolate, you have to actually pay. So people are not ready to pay. So we are bound
Yeah, we are
to
bound to
Forced
actually.
to-
So we are bound to use that.
Yeah.
In chocolate cake also, we are using Hershey's
Yes.
or
Yes,
Cadbury's
Hershey's,
cocoa
yes.
powder.
Yes.
Cocoa powder.
But in commercially, they are using actually big sacks of chocolate powder are available in the market.
Yes, with dark colors.
With dark colors.
Dark colours.
They use that.
They look really
and,
dark. Now, if you just give this
and
much,
artificial
that is fine.
chocolate color is also available.
Yes.
That also they use.
Flavors are available.
Flavors
are available now.
Butter
All
flavor
kinds of
is
flavors.
available in the market. All these are commercially available now. All the chemicals.
But how
So-
safe are these colors? We have so much of variety now.
Colors in
That is
one
another.
It's very attractive. It looks nice.
See, I have a supply store too.
Yeah.
Okay, I keep all kinds of quality, I would say. But what sells the most
Yes.
is I would say the 20 rupees one, the Marsan ones.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what sells. And a very few people will actually use good gel colors or good quality colors.
Which is
Yes, yes.
of course,
Expensive.
at a
Yes, yes.
Yes, it is expensive. We always use Emery colors or Wilton colors,
Yeah.
right?
Then also
Emery
comes
Wilton colours.
extracts and essences.
Extracts.
That is another issue.
Another issue.
Yeah.
The vanilla.
Extracts, vanilla
Vanilla,
pods.
The most expensive thing is
Expensive.
vanilla actually.
Yeah.
Out here, what
But
we use
commercial
is the
vanilla
scents.
bottles are very
yeah, we
cheap.
use essence. Yes.
Yeah.
Only the
That
We,
scents.
as in, we at home obviously will,
course.
like,
Yeah,
will
we
not go
use
buy the
essence.
pods and then
Yes,
scrape.
you don't even
and
get it out here, and it's expensive as well.
Yeah, that's what
is very
Yes.
I wanted to ask you.
Even
how much
in
are
our
these?
shop, I would say we have a range starting from 30 rupees, which goes 2500 plus. Yeah.
You're referring to the vanilla pods?
Not the vanilla pods, the essence and
Oh, okay.
extracts.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
range of vanilla that we
Yes,
have.
yes.
But I would say there are such few people who will actually come and take those bottles.
Expensive ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's profitably,
Yes.
it's
yes.
very less. Yeah.
So maybe knowingly also we end up compromising on.
Exactly.
But nowadays some moms are becoming very conscious.
Very, yeah.
Very
There are
conscious.
people who are very conscious.
Guwahati is growing in a big
Yes,
way, I would
Yes,
say.
some moms are becoming
Very conscious.
Now
Last-
the
okay.
Christmas is there.
Yes.
So in the Christmas cakes, actually we home bakers use good quality of dry fruits. In the commercial they use the tutti frutti
Tutti
one.
frutti.
Tutti
Oh,
frutti is
yeah.
like
Yeah,
my
Not
favorite.
just
tutti frutti is actually preserved papaya only.
Yeah.
That colored preserved
Tastes
papaya
really
is the
bad.
tutti frutti. But we are using good quality dry fruits.
Dry fruits.
Yes, juices and all the sultanas, almost all dry fruits. We are using expensive.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Apricots, raisins.
Yes, yes. The blueberry.
Blueberry.
The
Yes.
blueberry is so expensive.
expensive.
It is
Cranberries?
about 2,000 rupees per kilo now in the market.
Right.
That also we are using in our Christmas cake. But I think a 250 gram of blueberry cake in commercial outlet, you will find only 1 or 2 whole dried blueberry.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
very
we are
true,
using
yes.
a lots of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, no, and what I was saying, like, cranberries and all are very expensive as
Yeah.
well. And and what about the colors and all? What I wanted to say is, last year, Priya Bandhu had actually organized a cake competition where they had promoted the healthy cakes. Where I actually couldn't join, but yeah, they said natural colors. You have to, if you are using, you have to use natural colors. They said that these commercial colors or the gel colors, they said without those, with vegetable colors, that was what they had promoted. And yeah, they had a lot of bakers who had actually come
Yeah,
up
Yeah.
with different ideas. It was very nice to see.
Okay, so getting innovative.
yeah.
basically.
Innovative, exactly.
Yeah. But do we really have something called food standards or something in this
Not
home
really.
business?
We still don't have.
So you have to self-regulate yourself,
Exactly,
right? You
yeah.
have to be very conscious, listen to your
yes.
conscience, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
put the
Yeah,
checks
yeah.
and balances in place.
Actually, conscious is the strongest.
Yes,
regulators
conscious,
for
and at the same time, our clients should also
Insist on
insist.
what they want.
And at the
Yeah.
same time, they have to understand. Like, it's not only about the money; it's about the health
Yeah.
as well.
Yes,
And the
yes,
quality that
yes.
we give, they'll definitely not get anywhere else. That I can
Just
vouch at
talking
least.
about a red velvet cake,
Yeah.
I have seen so many people eating after taking the red velvet, eating some small slice, that tongue becomes red.
Yes.
But our red velvet cake, that will never cause the redness in your tongue, in the kid's tongue.
Is it because you use the real beetroot and then boil and mash?
Beetroot also, and also whatever color we use, that never sticks to the tongue. That is the weak thing.
So you all as home bakers are more quality conscious because
quality conscious.
you also look at your consumers, customers, clientele as extended family. Of course, many of them know you personally. It's a relationship that gets built over the years, catering to all of them.
And another thing, I use very little color in my cakes. Whenever I do a whipped cream cake, I do the external coloring only. With a air gun, I just color from the outside, so that less color is used. It becomes more healthy for the kids, because in a birthday cake, the kids are going to enjoy the cake. So I use spray colors, and from outside I use the cake colors only. And I don't color my whipped cream or that thing original. All in a bulk, I don't color them.
And one more thing.
We'll come back. Let's slip into a quick break. There's a lot more on the other side. Welcome back. You're watching Women's World, and today we are in conversation with three lovely bakers. So, let's start with you. Interesting conversation. Lovely hearing all you three bakers chatter away.
Yes, so what I was talking about is about the colors.
Yes.
Coming back to colors, it is true that, you know, colors, the ones that we use, gel colors, it's not very healthy. That is true.
Yes.
But again, coming to the thing about the whole cake world now that is coming up, you know, with all those fondants, and it is not possible without colors.
Right. Yes.
It's about the client, what they want. If they want a particular color of cake, we have to. You know, sometimes we have to add more colors to it, right, Priya?
And cakes have evolved in a big way.
I am sure.
Yeah.
There are theme cakes, and then there are wedding cakes, and then there are 2, 3, 4, I don't know how many tiers of cakes.
I also did get orders for doggy birthday cakes.
Wow.
And all that, yes, even those are ordered.
Yes.
And recently we saw that cake where the whole carriage was a cake and the bride was actually coming in.
So
the
how
cake,
do you guys transport such cakes? Isn't that really?
Yeah, with Guwahati roads.
It is a big problem.
Don't you have that fear of, you know, the entire thing falling apart, collapsing? And
for me, whenever I get any kind of orders. I actually go to deliver by myself, because I am so scared to give it to anyone.
Right. Yes.
because of the roads. Whenever I have to deliver a cake, I just carry it like this. You know, like I don't know the bump.
Yeah, I'm sure every creation
so bumpy.
to all of you.
I would say that is the scariest part.
Delivering it in one whole piece, the way you guys.
Especially tier cakes.
Tiered cakes.
Yeah.
And here we do not abroad or whatever, we would say people take tiers differently, and then actually set it up. But here we generally don't do that, because whatever the reason.
Lot of reasons here. So as home bakers, what are the key challenges? One, of course, like we just mentioned, delivering the product. So what about the kind of people you have at home to help you all? So suppose in a day you have, say, 4 or 5 deliveries to make. So how do you people cope up with that kind of pressure?
Actually, I have a helper in my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, she helps me regularly, and it is very troublesome to clean the utensils, all buttery, sugary, and all these. So I need a helper, because I cater to the Uber Eats also.
Right.
So yes, I need a helper. I have a helper to help in my baking.
Okay.
And she knows she can sieve the flour, she can mix, she can weigh the flour, she can powder the sugar, all these things she can do herself.
She can do the prep work.
Yeah, she can do all the prep work. If I tell her that I will do a 6 eggs cake, then just she will bring all these things to my table, baking table, and she helps me a lot. And after that, the cleaning part.
Yes.
You also need warm water to clean this butter and sugar and all this.
Wow.
If you do the icing.
That's some task.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And what about you? How do you manage?
I don't have any helper. Helper in the sense, whatever you have for the home, you know, the helper who comes, she does a bit of cleaning if it is in the daytime. But you know, because she's a part-time worker,
right?
So she just comes in the morning and the evening. So if I have to do my baking at night, and which I do usually at night, so I have to do everything by myself. The whole kitchen is in a mess after that because I have to do all the cooking and everything have to be over, and then after that I start with my baking.
Yes, because it's the same kitchen you all use.
Because I don't have a helper, you know, full-time helper at home. So I have kids, I have my parents. So my mom helps me. Yes, she's a great help. And my dad gets all the stuff, and my husband also is very, very cooperative. So that as well, my children also are like, okay, you have an order, just go, you know, go easy.
Very supportive and
very
helpful.
supportive, very supportive family. Yes.
So, so typically, in a single day, how many cakes do you people end up baking?
I can do maximum 3, not more than that. I don't take any order if it is more than 3, actually.
Yes.
And pickup is a big issue for home bakers.
Yeah.
So many people, whenever they ask or they put order online, they want for home delivery.
Yes.
So it is very difficult. For now, I am just planning to appoint a helper, a girl who is having a scooty, so that she can deliver.
Yes.
She will help me in baking, and she will deliver the cake too. Just I am planning this.
Right. You already have an outlet.
Yeah. So that's helped me out immensely, I would say, because I have 2 chefs now who are helping, of course, and we also do delivery.
Yes.
So that's helped me out immensely in my business. Yes. No, but for 2 years, I would say I have slogged day and night, I would say. I have been shopping, I have been running errands, I have been cleaning dishes, I have been icing, baking,
everything.
Making sugar flowers, making toppers. Yes, sleepless nights.
Sleepless nights, that's what I am into it now, right now.
So, both of you don't have plans of, you know, having outlets of your own, exclusive boutiques?
Actually, I am having a plan to open an outlet.
You all are available on Facebook otherwise?
Yes.
Like for online orders and all, you are there?
I have a Facebook page, fan page, Cakesmith Inc., through which I get most of the orders.
Okay.
So, just I am now planning to open an outlet. So, if I open it, clients can pick up the cakes from the outlet.
So why not? Why not have an outlet? What is? Is there some conscious?
My plan is not clicking. Just that.
No, but then will you be baking there?
No.
But
I won't be
it's
baking
the same
there.
thing, right? Like
I won't
getting
be baking
it from your home to the outlet.
Yes.
Or delivering will almost be the same thing.
No, I will have the outlet near my house only.
All right.
That's why it is not clicking.
Yeah.
Oh, because you are looking for a space which is closer to your home. Which is
near my home.
Yeah.
On the main road, but near my home.
Yeah.
For me, not in real near future, not really now.
Because
maybe
you want
later. Because I have children, and you know, full time I cannot dedicate in a space. Whatever I do it from home. So as of now, it's from home. Maybe later.
Yes.
Yeah.
But see, home bakers are very successful from home, and I think monetarily it's more profitable. If you're at home, because you're not renting a place. You don't have extra electricity bill or So
but
it's
then
more profitable.
yes, it is more profitable. But then it is even profit-wise, it's true. But then the labor that goes in, because you don't have a space to have a really big deck oven or something. You just have the same oven that you have and keep on baking the same thing. If I have a space, maybe I can just suppose I have 3-4 cakes to deliver. Maybe I can just make the whole mix together and put in the oven all together. But as of now, I can only bake 2 cakes together in my oven.
Yes, those constraints are there.
Yes, there is. So the labor is far more.
Yes, maybe 10 times more than it would
because
otherwise
you mix everything, and then you have to wash everything, and then again you have to make. That is one thing that
you need a big oven.
Yes, you need a big oven.
For that you need the space also.
Yes, for that you need the space. So that is one thing.
Space.
No, I do have space. I do have space, but the thing is that in the kitchen you don't have the space. If I have to get a deck oven, a big
outlet, but I will decorate the cake in the outlet. I will bake the basic cakes from my home,
at home,
and I will keep a space for me for the decoration, just something like a studio, and I will decorate my cake there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I will assemble the cake, decorate the cake just in the outlet only.
Yeah.
So it will be more convenient for me, no?
Right.
To cater, to cater.
So now let's talk about how the entire cake scenario has evolved, changed over the years in this entire northeastern region.
Northeastern region, I would say, starting from Shillong, I'll start, because I've been born, brought up there. As I said, my granny was a great baker, you know, even Eid and everything, every time, you know, whole night she used to bake and cook, and I don't know, in the morning we see the whole table, it's full of great
nice
food,
aromas around the house.
All cookies and all. Though I didn't learn a lot of cookies then because I wasn't very much interested. I just loved making cakes. So I was into cakes and you know, different kinds of design. So cakes has always been something very close to my heart, and you know, I've seen different kinds of cake. And after that, I went to Dubai. So Dubai was another place where you get such lovely things. So, yeah, and after that, since I'm here, it has evolved a lot. It has. A lot of bakeries have come up. People have started ordering all different kinds of cakes they want. And nowadays it happens, you know, they just bring a print out, I want this cake.
Exactly. And they want everything realistic now.
Okay, so how do you guys deal with something like that?
It is difficult sometimes.
That's what is art actually. Yeah. I would say, like, you know, initially when I started 2 years back, people did not know about sugar flours, or they found it really expensive and all that. But now they're like, you know, oh, we really want a floral cake and it should just look pretty. Nobody asks about how much it's going to cost or something. They just want it to be pretty and beautiful. They just want
taste good.
To match with the whole decor of the function and all. And not just cakes. The whole scenario of desserts have evolved. Now, for a birthday, suppose you order a cake. It's not just a cake; it's a whole dessert table.
Dessert tables are all
cake pops and cake push and so many other things which will match the whole theme of the birthday.
Right.
So theme-based cakes are very popular nowadays.
Popular now.
If some girls like shopping, so just bake a cake for a shopaholic. So we are using all the bags and MAC lipsticks and cosmetic cake. All these, and some are very much popular bags, brands. We are making all those theme-based cakes too. Now it is popular in Guwahati also. Theme-based cakes.
Theme-based cake. Now it's all in. Everybody wants a theme-based cake.
Yeah, if you go to a birthday with a plain, simple flour cake or something, people will be like, oh. Okay. Actually, that's what the reaction is most of the time, I would say. So they don't want to fall back on anything.
And kids are like, you know, whatever their favorite cartoon, they want it on the cake.
They want it on the cake.
My daughter's been like telling for ages, like, Mommy, please make a Paw Patrol.
I
told Priya, I'll come over to
my daughter wants a shimmer and shine cake.
So these are the things.
Yeah, she wants it to stand, not like a cake. She wants like shimmer and shine. So it's just a figure that has to be there.
Standing.
Yeah, standing.
So the structured cake. That is what is the
wow, it challenges your creativity. Huh?
Yes, it does.
Quite nice.
Yes.
Keeps you very alive.
And to keep butter and flour together intact like that is a major challenge.
Wow. So in the process, you all are learning something new every other day with every day.
All the time we are on the phone. My mom is like, half of the time I see you, I said, what to do? I have to be updated what is around happening around the baking world. I have to know.
So each one of you have lived abroad. You've started baking there, you've baked enough there. So do you feel that in any way, now that you're here in the Northeast, in any way, maybe ingredients-wise or any otherwise, technology-wise, do you feel we are lagging behind, or you think that we are also much at par with maybe rest of India
lagging behind?
We are
much.
And at the same time, things are expensive out here. Because the cream cheese out there, it hardly costs you anything. You know, you can keep on trying. Out here, the problem with us is like, you know, even to try out stuff, it becomes difficult because it's expensive.
And
then
even cream cheese, we are finding it now only.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
when I
Very,
came
very
back, we could
recently we
find-
started getting cream cheese. And for a tiramisu cake or a mascarpone cheese,
Yes,
you need that
yes.
mascarpone cheese, right?
Yes.
So it's by, I had given my, I had a recipe for tiramisu cake.
Tiramisu.
So my sister lives abroad, so I told her, she once called me up and she told me, Taba, why don't you give me a dessert recipe? I said, you can try a tiramisu, but I can't do that. She said, okay, fine. And now she's become so good in that. And I told her, I said, next time when you come, please get that mascarpone.
Yes.
I know, mascarpone cheese. I know, mascarpone cheese. What I'm talking about the lady finger.
Lady finger.
Okay, lady finger. We have to make ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have to make that by ourselves. You still don't get it.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
Like abroad,
Ready-made lady fingers are not available.
Not
here.
available.
it's so much easier to work
Yes.
actually.
Yes.
Just go and pick up
Pick up
stuff
stuff
and mix it.
and
And
That-
it's there. Yeah.
So, for that lady finger biscuit, I think hardly people know that in
Will know.
tiramisu
Yeah.
you need
Yes, you need that.
And
True.
people also don't
But
know
in
that
Dubai,
it's
you must be
liquor-based.
finding so
that.
much
Yes,
of
it is
ready-made.
available. It's available.
So much of cheesecake,
Cheese
cheese,
cream
and so
cheese is
cream
like-
cheese, and yes, yes.
Yeah, all Philadelphia and all. You do get out here,
Delectable.
but it's so expensive.
So expensive.
So what do you do then? Because you mentioned that, people walk in and they just, look at their this thing and say, okay, this is what I want. So then how do you manage?
We have to
work with
manage. That is what is our
different
job.
mediums.
Is.
Yeah,
Tricks up your
Tricks of the
sleeves.
trade.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
sure.
actually,
We have to Google. We
Yeah.
have to search the recipe,
Yes.
and we have to make ourselves.
So sometimes you
ready-made,
maybe
yes, when
you end up
ready-made is not available.
inventing new ingredients to
Yes,
make
yes,
the
yes.
thing.
Just like she was saying about cheese,
Yeah.
cream cheese. The cream cheese was not available
Not
in
available.
quantity
Not available,
long,
right.
So we used to make it at home.
Yeah.
Now it is available.
Yes.
Mascarpone cheese is also available. Cream cheese is also available. Earlier it was not available in the market.
True.
So we used to make ourselves our cream cheese.
Whipping cream.
Because it goes
Yes.
nice,
Yeah.
best, the cream cheese goes best with the red velvet cake.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
cream
you
cheese and
can't
red velvet.
imagine even with whipped cream and red velvet cake. Just cream cheese
But
is the
here
best
mostly
combination.
it's whipped cream and
Yes,
red,
yes, yes.
And just a sponge with
Yeah,
red
yeah.
color.
It's just
Yeah,
sponge,
yeah, just a
yeah.
sponge.
That's right.
Yeah.
For red
And
velvet, there are so many tricks
So many
to go
tricks.
forward for a red velvet
Yes.
cake.
Yeah.
Vinegar, you need soda bicarb,
And it's a
you need
cocoa-based.
baking powder.
Yeah.
Yes, and also you need cocoa. But here they only use the strawberry red color and
Yeah.
the made red sponge, and that is called the red
Red
velvet
velvet.
cake.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
And because
For the
cream
velvet
cheese
structure,
has a
actually, we
tangy
need
flavor,
vinegar.
no?
Tangy flavor.
Yeah, tangy
exactly.
flavor. So
Even
a lot of
vinegar in
people,
it,
if,
yeah.
if they have not tasted that, they just think that, I don't know, why is it tasting
Why
so
is it tasting?
so tangy? Is it, the cream has gone sour or something?
Yeah.
So that is one
Yes.
thing, it has
Actually, I had a problem one time with an egg-free cake.
Okay.
Or my regular client, they order from me their birthday cakes, and they are very fond of my cake. They sometimes order plain cake for tea
Yes.
cake also from
Yes.
me. Then their kid, they prefer to my cake always. So they refer to me to some client, but they belong to some other community, and so they don't eat eggs.
Eggs, yeah.
So they wanted an egg-free
Eggless,
cake. So
yeah.
I baked egg-free cake, a black forest cake. I baked for them. The same kid who have cakes from me regularly at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, he attended that birthday party.
Yeah.
So he was telling, Auntie, my birthday cakes are much more tastier. Why his cake is not the tastier, Auntie? Why? Actually, cake must be accompanied with eggs. Egg is a basic component of cake. We have to cater to egg-free customers, so we bake egg-free cakes. But actually, butter and eggs, we should not omit these
Quintessential.
things from cake. So fatless sponges also we are using,
Yes.
because some prefer to fatless
Yes.
sponges.
Healthy
Some
cakes.
prefer to sugar-free. Some
Yes.
Yes, sugar-free.
so many clients, they order for their parents' birthday.
Yeah.
So maybe diabetic or hypertensive. So they order fatless or they order sugar-free cakes. So sugar-free is not that bad actually. But fatless sponges are actually eggless taste, that is not that tasty at all.
But now that you've mentioned, let's talk about healthy cakes.
Yes.
So is there something like for the health freaks or like people who are
Yes,
diabetic
there
or
are
this thing?
lots.
There are.
So, but will there, like you said, that eggless
Not
will
that
definitely
tasty, no.
not
See, you
taste
have to
as
develop a taste for it. We have lots of
Wheat.
Yeah,
and
vegetables.
whole wheat
yeah,
cake,
whole wheat
wheat
cakes.
cake.
yeah.
whole wheat chocolate cake, whole
Yes.
wheat brownies, whole wheat
Some ragi, you use rice flour cakes. We do a lot of rice flour cakes.
Yes, rice flour cake. So there are, but the taste
Nowadays,
which
the
butter,
black rice flour is
Flour,
beautiful,
sugar
na?
cake.
make
That
that.
black
that
rice flour,
cannot,
yes.
that that taste you cannot get from anywhere else. That is the basic
That
Madam
is,
Baido has
yes.
said.
Yeah.
That is
You have
very,
a
very
develop. You have to develop a taste
Yes.
for it.
Yes. And what about cookies? You all also do cookies,
Yes,
no?
we do.
Gingerman bread and all of those.
Yeah.
So is that also equally, difficult and demanding and all, or
Cookies, I don't know, but it's not very much in.
Yeah,
from
it's not
now
very much in.
because
yeah.
again, the price thing.
Yeah.
right?
Because we use 100% butter.
Yes.
100% butter, yes.
100% butter, nothing else but butter.
A problem
So-
starts and ends with butter.
Exactly. Problem starts and ends with butter.
Yeah.
So for cookies, it's like butter, butter, butter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And maida and flour and
But
whole
I
wheat
think
is good.
once
It's not
people
bad.
taste the home baker cookies, I don't think they'll ever go to the commercial
Yes.
ones. That is
That tastes
I can
really
vouch
good.
for that.
Yes, that's true. Because I had given a stall once in the one in Guwahati Club. Yes, there was a stall. So I had made those cookies, small ones. I
Yeah.
had made butter cookies. So there was this lady who had come up and she said, "How much is it?" I said, I knew people will not buy it, so I had made small ones, bite size.
bite size.
I just told her, I said, "Why don't you just try it? If you like it, then you can buy
Yeah.
this." She said, "Okay, fine." She had it and she was like, "Please give me one." And then she went back and she came back again. "I think I'll take one more packet."
One more. Yes. Yeah,
So this is what happened.
taste. Taste is what attracts a lot of people. True. So let's talk about you setting up your outlet. So for any newcomer who enters into this space, what are the challenges? Like she said, she is still not able to find the space. So are those real estate issues there while you get into all of these things?
Yes.
Like ingredients is one you all highlighted,
Yes,
that it's
yes.
only now you are getting quality products and the kind of ingredients that you really need to make a certain kind of cake or something. So what are the other issues?
I would say it's expensive. Setting up your own store and getting your outlet is expensive, and bakery equipment as such is very expensive. And then when I was with the GST and all coming
yes,
in,
yeah.
it is even more expensive, especially baking equipment. It was, I think, almost 28% or something.
Yeah.
So it's
yes.
very expensive,
Wow.
and we need so many things, starting from molds to colors.
Like a
to,
never-ending process.
yeah. So yes, I would say it's very expensive. And
So before we wind up, can I get a few quick recipes from each one of you? Maybe one about the red velvet cake, one maybe about the plum cake because it's Christmas time. Interesting recipes, and so that our viewers can bake at home. Some tasty treats.
I can tell about a basic vanilla cake.
Yeah.
It is called also the pound cake. So because in this cake, everything used is in 1 pound ratio.
Yes.
Oh,
The eggs you weigh, it is 1 pound. The butter you use is 1 pound. The all-purpose flour,
See, pound.
450 grams is equal to
Alright.
1 pound.
Yes.
So it is popularly known as a pound
And
cake.
suppose in a regular kitchen, we will
Yes,
not
it
have
is-
any measuring cups or anything. So how would you say, like one teacup, tablespoon?
baking is all about measurement.
It's all about
yes,
measurement.
Don't eyeball
For
things.
for baking, you need the basic things.
Yes.
You need the cup.
Basic
you
things,
need
yes, yes.
You need a bigger scale for bigger weight, and the jewelry scale for those weighing those grams and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
But
These are
I
the
have
basic
just
things.
discovered about pound cake
Yes.
that without a weighing machine, we can also do this with 3 eggs. I use 1 cup of maida, all-purpose flour, 1 cup of butter,
Yes.
1 cup of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder. That is 1 with 3 eggs.
Okay.
That tastes just like a pound cake, but actually in pound cake, when it evolved the pound cake, they used to bake in. It is not, of course, an Indian recipe.
Right.
Yes, but they used to bake in everything. They used to weigh in 1 pound. So 1 pound of butter, 1 pound of maida, 1 pound of sugar, and the eggs also they used to weigh. And I have seen our standard eggs, 6 eggs weigh 1 pound.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Because ours are miniature.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
And I have to say that 200 gram maida is just equal to 1 cup maida.
Okay.
Okay,
so
because I have a list of the conversion chart I have also.
Yeah.
When I do quickly, I can use that also.
We have to always we have to refer the conversion chart because a lot of recipes that comes up in pounds, and then we actually
But even if it's a cup, the US cup is different, the UK cup is different. They're all different.
Right.
So grams is always better.
So and then bake
Weight is better. Sorry, we're not letting you talk. Sorry.
No, that's all fine.
Sorry, because cups and all, what happens is everybody has different kinds of cups. And it becomes difficult.
It is standard teacup.
Yeah. Easier
standard
for
teacup,
What's
most
a
of
standard
us.
teacup?
Exactly. That is what
coffee mug and
How
all
much do you
this.
drink?
In fact, I think the baking cup as well has different.
That's what I said.
250. Some has 250
200
and sometimes
some has
200.
200.
So even that is a problem.
So that's the measurement for the pound
Actually,
cake.
for we the bakers, we have some measuring cups also.
Yes.
We get it from the
of
market.
course. Yeah, of course. So and then bake it for how long? It goes into the oven for how long?
At 180 degrees for 30 minutes actually, regularly. At 180 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes, it bakes well. But then you have to check it with a toothpick whether it is done or not. If the crumb does not stick to the pick, then means the cake is done.
Done. All right.
So that is how it is.
So can I come to you now for anything interesting for the Christmas?
Anything for the Christmas, maybe cookies.
All right.
Yeah. So you can take, say, around 200 grams of flour, 100 grams of butter, and sugar. Actually, it depends on how much you want. Maybe 50 grams.
Yeah.
200. If it's 100 grams of flour, you can take 50 grams of sugar, and 100 grams of butter, and then mix it everything together and make cookies. That's it.
Your butter cookies taste really nice. I have tasted it in the when we had exhibition in Netfi Hart, no? You and me were opened the store. The butter cookies were very nice, very yum. My daughter liked it really.
For how long?
And bake it for around 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. 15 minutes is fine. Cookies are baked very fast.
Yes.
But it depends again, on your oven.
Right.
Some oven takes a lot of time. Some oven bakes
Actually,
very fast.
with the professional, we bake, no? So we use an oven thermometer. There is an oven thermometer.
Yes.
So whenever we set the oven according to that, just checking it with our oven thermometer. It is it 180 degree or is it 200 or is it 250?
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes the oven may be displaying 200 degrees.
Yes.
But actually, its working condition is at 180 degrees centigrade. So we use an oven thermometer commercially when we bake.
Priya, can I come to you for a plum cake recipe, or you'll give us a red velvet?
I don't remember any of my recipes. That is very embarrassing. But I don't remember any of my recipes. But I can give you frosting recipes.
Yeah, that's fine. That will be fine.
If it's an American, see, there are 3 kinds of buttercream: Italian, Swiss, and American. For American, you just take butter. Whatever amount of butter it is, you whip, so it becomes white in color, and then you add your confectioner's sugar, just double the amount of sugar. But of course, it depends on whether you're filling or frosting. So if you don't want it too sweet, just like add how much ever you want. So that is one easy recipe for buttercream. And then if you want ganache, I would say, again, depends on filling or frosting. Like 2:1 is the ratio, right?
Yeah,
2:1 is the ratio. So if you're taking 2 parts of, say, 100 grams of cream.
That is in case of dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, yeah.
For white chocolate, it is different.
Different, yeah. Lots of these things.
Lots of ratios, actually. A lot of things that goes into baking.
So I guess the best thing to do would be to visit your outlet, to give a call to both of you, maybe check you, look up online and order and make life simple for each one of us this Christmas and this
Leave the baking to us.
Yes. We should just enjoy what you like, right? We just need to go, place our orders, pick, enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Yes, I think that would be the best thing to do. Really nice having each one of you on the show today. Lovely hearing about all the baking stories from the 3 of you. Thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much.
We really enjoyed
here in this studio.
Lovely. It was really lovely.
It is very honorable for us.
Thank you so much for giving us this
pleasure is all us. Seriously, we had such a good time. Thank you so much.
Sure, yes. All right, viewers, thank you so much for watching this episode of Women's World. Till we meet next time, it's a Merry Christmas from the entire team of Northeast Live. Please do not forget to keep watching Northeast Live for all the news and updates. See you next week. Bye.